Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the Hardware Wallet Roundup Wednesday morning, 12 p.m. In Michigan on December 27th. That's right, 2023. Thank you everybody for joining. I couldn't get the cat to leave. He probably just wants outside, but he's been in and out like 2 or 3 times this morning already. Welcome everybody. I'm here with the rig and the cat and all the stuff on the back wall. I'm gonna play it pretty casual today. I've got some news stories I want to show you. I've got some Christmas gifts from the hardware wallet companies I'd like to kind of show you guys, and I've got a few little things I want to do with some wallets, but I won't get too obsessive about that if you guys have questions that you want to throw out. So once again, I would like to thank Kenny for all the news stories and moral support. Let's go over to the big screen and see who's here. As I said, Kenny's here, Like Tears in Rain is here, Sticky Notes is here, Hans Hannah 350, another repeat viewer, Chaos Reigns is here, and Brad so far. So it's good to have you guys here. I've got some news stories lined up, so if you check the description, you can see I've got some news stories there. Let's see, this one is from last week. Didn't get a chance to edit that. And got a bunch of affiliate links here. I think most of the Black Friday and holiday stuff is over, if I'm not mistaken. We can kind of check. I've got some information on how to contact me if you want to. Shoot me an email. I'm on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, of course. YouTube. And all right, so let's go ahead and jump quickly into the news. The Spot Bitcoin ETF could result in millions of unbacked BTC. There's a lot of excitement around Bitcoin ETFs now. They seem to be getting pretty close. Things seem to be falling into line, and it looks like we could finally have a Bitcoin ETF. So this article is pointing out that with a huge company doing custody for Bitcoin, institutional custody, there is a risk of that company sort of leveraging the amount of Bitcoin that they actually have on hand. Now, as far as banks go, you're all aware of fractional reserve banking. That basically means that there are rules that govern how much cash a bank needs to have on hand in relation to how much they can lend out. And you might be surprised to know that not only was it around 10%, which means for every dollar that a bank has on hand in their vault, they can lend out 10. Sounds kind of crazy, doesn't it? Well, you might also be surprised to know that during the COVID crisis, they reduced that reserve requirement to 0. And as far as I know, they have not put it back to 10%. So basically, banks can lend out as much money as they want, and they don't have to worry about keeping any reserve requirements. So who's to say what the laws governing the ETFs would be? Now, granted, the SEC may have more stringent requirements when it comes to ETFs where there's an underlying asset that a company is basically holding and selling shares of. But I don't know the real answer, but I think I'm going to guess that there are going to be percentage-wise reserve requirements. So, in other words, if they only have 1 Bitcoin on hand, they can lend out 10 or something of that nature, or 1 to 2. We'll see. Let's see what this article says about it. Potential approval of Spot Bitcoin ETF in the United States will trigger fundamental problems related to the original vision of Bitcoin by the anonymous creator, Satoshi Nakamoto. An investment product that tracks the price of Bitcoin conflicts with the idea of self-custody. According to Joseph Tedek, a Bitcoin analyst and hardware crypto wallet firm at the hardware crypto wallet firm Trezor. Unlike a Bitcoin ETF, self-custodial crypto storage solutions allow users to own Bitcoin by taking full responsibility for holding the private key or the actual assets. In principle, spot Bitcoin ETFs take people further from self-custody and potentially introducing a systemic risk, as ETFs will be safer on the surface than exchanges. One possible consequence of Bitcoin ETF approval could be that large quantities of BTC would be stored in central locations where the government could seize it, the analyst said, referring to a scenario seen with the confiscation of gold in the United States in 1930. Another significant issue with a spot Bitcoin ETF is that ETF holders will not have the option to withdraw the underlying asset. Instead, these assets are held in aggregate by the ETF itself, which raises the possibility of the unchecked issuance of paper Bitcoin, not supported by actual Bitcoin, the supply of which is capped at 21 million. See, this is what I'm talking about. Being able to issue ETF shares and not really have the underlying Bitcoin or have a percentage of the underlying Bitcoin. The result could be a creation of millions of unbacked Bitcoin, which would distort genuine markets and depress the value of real Bitcoin, all while handing greater agency to the giants of centralized traditional finance, the very antithesis of Satoshi's original vision. So yes, I feel the same, that the ETF seems to be great news for Bitcoin holders because they figure the market will go up, or the price of Bitcoin will go up as more people can get tapped into Bitcoin, but we also run risks in these scenarios too. So speaking of Bitcoin, Speaking of Bitcoin ETFs, Grayscale refiles Bitcoin ETF applications as Barry Silbert departs. Grayscale has finally surrendered to Cash Creations in its amended filing to convert GBTC into a spot Bitcoin ETF. And this sounds sort of ominous along those same lines. Let's see. Crypto asset manager Grayscale lodged an amended S3 filing with the United States Securities Regulator on the same day Barry Silbert, the CEO of its parent company, announced his resignation. Some crypto market commenters speculate that Silbert's departure could significantly increase the odds that Grayscale will successfully convert its trust into a spot ETF. That's interesting. Christmas gift. Why is he resigning? They had 9 meetings with the SEC. Today, there are only allegations against DCG, which have not been resolved in a court of law. Barry Silbert resigns. Silbert's resignation was likely of his own accord to improve the odds of the Bitcoin ETF approval, due in large part to the SEC's ongoing investigation into Silbert. So, yeah, I was wondering, is he some kind of pariah? But, apparently SEC was kind of focusing on him personally in some of their investigations, and not having him associated with the company will increase the odds. Interesting. Let's see what they said about this cash thing. The most notable element of the S3 filing was that Grayscale had finally surrendered to a cash creation model. Grayscale, pretty sure they have an AP agreement, a crucial last step that would check all the boxes, that said still a mystery whether they will be allowed to go on day one of the Cointucky Derby. Participant can only submit cash orders pursuant to which the authorized participant will deposit cash into or accept cash from the cash account in connection with the creation and redemption of baskets. Cash versus in-kind creations have been an ongoing point of conflict between asset managers looking to launch the Spot Bitcoin ETF and the SEC. While most stock and commodity-based ETFs run on an in-kind model, which allows fund market participants to directly handle the assets in the fund, a cash creation model means that new shares in a Spot Bitcoin ETF could only be created or redeemed through cash transactions. So here we see more of a separation between the end user or the investor and the actual Bitcoin, right? It's a cash only deal. So we're kind of moving closer to that cash based where no one's really holding Bitcoin, right? They're just holding shares of this company. So we'll see, right? But on the other hand, MicroStrategy is still buying up Bitcoin, looks like. The latest purchase at 42,110 per BTC brings MicroStrategy and its subsidiaries' total holdings to 189,150 Bitcoin. They purchased more Bitcoin between November 20th and December 26th. They announced in an 8K filing, the latest Bitcoin stash cost MicroStrategy roughly $42,000 per Bitcoin. The purchase brings MicroStrategy and its subsidiaries aggregate Bitcoin holdings to 189,150, approximately 5.9 billion in US dollars, and an average purchase price of Bitcoin of roughly 31,168. So as far as their position, it looks like they're currently in the black as far as their total Bitcoin holding and the average amount that they paid. So things are looking pretty good for MicroStrategy. I remember there were a lot of articles about the fact that MicroStrategy was in the red back when the market was down last year. And so now they're in the green. It's looking good for them. And for those of you who might be worried, another article here, 5 reasons why Spot Bitcoin ETF approval could send Bitcoin above 100K. So are we going to go up when the ETF is approved, or are we going to go down? It's hard to predict these things. I think Kathy Wood of ARK Investment was saying that could be a buy the rumor, sell the news event. But this article is giving several reasons why the ETF approval could be great for the price of Bitcoin. As you see today, Bitcoin is back over 43. It's up 1.7% from 24 hours ago. There has been extensive debate about whether the launch of the Spot Bitcoin will lead to a price correction. While some arguments hold merit, they overlook the broader perspective. The approval of a Spot Bitcoin ETF will be a game changer in various aspects, including volatility, correlation with traditional finance assets, and market liquidity. Arbitrage desks and the ETF providers have likely created a buffer to support the initial demand and prevent market front-running. Nevertheless, whether it takes a few hours or several months, this buffer will eventually deplete. When examining a longer time frame, months instead of days, the price of Bitcoin is determined by the balance between immediate demand and the supply of coins at a specific price level. The initial question to consider is why someone would wait until Bitcoin price surpasses its all-time high to start investing. Most individuals are either lazy or cautious, meaning they're hesitant to open an exchange account or invest in anything that hasn't received their broker's endorsement. Even if Grayscale offers Bitcoin-backed trust funds, there is little incentive for traditional investment brokers to offer such products. I was wondering if they're going to do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't see it here. boomers enter the market and issuers compete for dominance, right? So this is a positive article as far as the price of Bitcoin is concerned. People will, now that Bitcoin has the stamp of approval, more people will be likely to invest in Bitcoin. A lot of people that are investing in Bitcoin now are sort of seeing the signs, but the average investor usually needs to see more of a regulated type of asset, right? There's still the feeling that Bitcoin is a little shaky as far as its legitimacy, and this will add a stamp of approval that, and we've known this for years. This is basically why Bitcoin holders have been hoping for a Bitcoin ETF, right? So let's hope that our original evaluation was correct. So I hope you can kind of understand a little bit more about a Bitcoin ETF and why the ETF might bring more people in, but also how it will affect people using self-custody. I preach self-custody. I talk about wallets. The best and the most secure way to hold your Bitcoin is in your own wallet. And if I had $100, Manjo, thanks for that subscription. And I could buy a share of an ETF or some physical Bitcoin, I would buy physical Bitcoin and put it in my own wallet. And then, Tony H, thank you. 2 subscriptions in a row. And then a little story here about Mt. Gox. If you're not aware, Mt. Gox was a very early cryptocurrency exchange where a lot of people were trading Bitcoin. It was based in Japan, if I'm not mistaken, and it had a monumental crash back in 2013. Don't know exactly what happened, but it went bankrupt, and a lot of people that were holding Bitcoin on the exchange lost their Bitcoin. And this was one of those things that for many years people bashed Bitcoin because of the Mt. Gox crash. But it really wasn't Bitcoin's fault that a cryptocurrency exchange leveraged itself or whatever they did to go bankrupt. But the lesson here is that those people who were holding Bitcoin in their own wallets were not affected by this, right? If you hold Bitcoin on an exchange, you run the risk of your Bitcoin disappearing. Now, this was a very early cryptocurrency exchange, not very regulated. And so people would say, oh, well, you know, cryptocurrency exchanges are more legitimate and more stable these days. But the FTX collapse was only a year or so ago, right? So it can always happen again. The FTX collapse was very similar. The people running it were leveraging themselves and issuing their own tokens, and they went bankrupt. And so all the people that were holding crypto on the exchange lost their crypto. I'm not sure. And the same thing happened with Celsius in 2022. So don't think that this is a historical, could never happen again thing, right? This was just the first big one. So it's another testament to why you should be holding Bitcoin in your own wallet. You don't have to have a hardware wallet to to hold crypto in your own wallet, but it's advisable. It's best practice to secure your assets with a hardware wallet. So we'll talk a little bit more about hardware wallets. I don't see any burning questions right here. So I'll let you read this article. I've got it linked down below. I wanted to bring up a couple other little things here. I saw, Ganjo, thanks for that. I saw a post on Reddit. I get emails, Reddit alerts. And I ran across this post last night. Please stop entering your seed phrase on anything but the hardware wallet. Really good advice. Here's the post. And if you go onto Reddit, you will especially in the Ledger section, you will find a lot of people claiming that their funds were drained by Ledger and or a hacker, or they'll just say, "Oh, I lost all my funds," and they always blame the wallet, or they blame somebody else. But whenever there's a little bit more discussion, either the end user, whoever makes the claim, will not elaborate, or if they do elaborate, as it turns out, and they're honest, it gets unearthed that they inadvertently revealed their seed phrase in one way or another. So this is very common. So let's check this out. So many posts of people that got their funds stolen because Ledger Live requested to enter the seed phrase. Ledger Live will never request that you enter your seed phrase, right? If someone is claiming that Ledger Live requested them to enter the seed phrase, then they had malware, right? They were phished, and they had some kind of faux Ledger Live that asked them to enter their seed phrase. The legitimate Ledger Live would never ask you to enter your seed phrase. So I just want to point that out. Pardon me. The whole reason why you got a cold wallet is to avoid having your private keys available online. This means your seed phrase is stored on the hardware device, and even if you get your computer 100% owned with keyloggers and everything, attackers will still need to search about. Thank you for that. Attackers will still need to plug the hardware wallet into the input the PIN and sign the transaction from there to move your funds. In other words, the hardware wallet is a key to your wallet, right? No one can steal your crypto if you're using a hardware wallet remotely. The minute you enter your seed on anything but your physical device, the seed is the 24-word backup phrase that you write down when you set up your wallet. That's the seed phrase. You now have a very expensive hot wallet, and most likely your funds will be gone. You can update firmware as many times as you want. Once you understand that Ledger Live is worthless without the private key stored on your device, you will see that updated should not be a problem. Well, I think he's talking about people worrying about the firmware being a backdoor. That's another issue. Please, please, please stop entering your seed phrase on any app. It does not matter if it's your Ledger Live or your Tesla asking for it. That's funny. It's a cold wallet. Cold equals not exposed to the internet, equal only your hardware device. Apparently, this hardware has a very bad reputation because users don't know what they bought. Yeah, there's a lot of people that get tricked and fooled. They don't quite understand how hardware wallets work, what the seed phrase is, how important it is to keep it secret. And there's also a lot of FUD on Reddit. I kind of view Reddit as a bit of a rumor mill. There are some good posts like this. Not completely, I didn't agree with everything he said. And I don't agree with everybody all the time, right? But there's a large community of people on Reddit that are there just basically to FUD Ledger. They've got it in their head that Ledger is not safe. They have no proof of this. All they have is rumor and speculation, and it gets repeated over and over and over again until other people read it and they think it's true. And so they get on their high horse and start telling other people that Ledger is not safe. Believe me, guys, no one has any proof that the firmware update is a backdoor, or that Ledger is stealing your seeds, or any of that, or that Ledger is unsafe. We had a hack a couple of weeks back of some connection software related to Ledger. Unfortunately, that little software repository was maintained by Ledger, but it had nothing to do with the device or Ledger Live. And just to point this out, Ledger is reimbursing people that were victims of this hack. So unfortunately, when people see the word Ledger and the word hack in the same sentence, they fear the worst. They think their device is unsafe, and the cycle continues, right? Okay, and then also wanted to point out this little story. I don't know if Bonk has bounced back yet. Bonk falls 13% on Solana. This was this morning. Solana ecosystem tokens have surged several multiples in the past month. Traders could now be taking profit to rotate funds into newer plays. So maybe we'll buy a little Bonk today just for the heck of it. So I got some stuff I want to show you guys. Still using Ledger Nano S, not Plus. Okay. I don't believe the Plus is even part of this. The Plus is not compatible with the recovery service that worries so many people. The firmware that enables the recovery service is only for the Ledger Nano X. So if you're using a Ledger Nano S, that's great. But I would highly recommend that you update to the Ledger Nano S Plus. It's just $10 more, and it can manage a lot of more cryptos. If all you're hodling is Bitcoin and Ethereum, I guess you're fine. But the Ledger Nano S is, I would just call it an obsolete device in as far as its flexibility and functionality. It's still perfectly safe and good for hodling Bitcoin and Ethereum. It just doesn't have much room to hold the apps that make the wallets possible. So if you want Bitcoin and Ethereum and then one other crypto, then it won't be able to manage all three at the same time. And so you'll have to like delete one app and reinstall the other, and then go back and, you have to shuffle your apps on and off to, accommodate this lack of room on the device, right? So the Ledger Nano S Plus has room for about 30 apps, has about the same amount of storage as a Ledger Nano X, has the same size screen. It just doesn't have the Bluetooth that the Ledger Nano X has. So a great little deal. I'll just throw that up here, just so you can see that what I'm talking about. I think we can do this, right? Or just do this, see all products. So we see here, the Ledger Nano S Plus is pretty affordable. I mean, if you've got a couple of $1,000s worth of crypto, it's really no skin off your teeth to secure it with a better device. And if you're using a Ledger Nano S, which they don't sell anymore, you can just import your seed phrase without having to incur any transfer fees. You've migrated your wallet onto a much better device. But, God's Cop, thank you. But I'm not criticizing you for having your Ledger Nano S. It's a great wallet. If it's working for you, it's working for you. But if you think about getting a better wallet down the road, I would highly recommend the Ledger Nano S Plus. That doesn't mean that your Ledger Nano S is no good. Just saying. I outgrew mine early on. I remember when I had my Ledger Nano S, I was like going nuts, shuffling apps on and off the device. And when the Ledger Nano X came out, it was like a no-brainer for me. Boom, I bought it the day it debuted because it had more storage space for apps. But that was a while back, right? And of course, Ledger Stacks is not available yet, so don't ask. Oh my God. Okay, so I wanted to play around today. Well, let me see here. The problem is people buying ledgers from third-party sellers, and there are hacks coming from. No, there's no problem with buying a ledger from a third party. The ledger device has a genuine check or an integrity check. Every genuine Ledger device has a cryptographic key on it. And when you connect your device to Ledger Live, it does a genuine check. And that's a cryptographic handshake. So it will know if any little tiny bit or tiny little circuit has been altered, it will reject it and tell you it's not genuine. So if you buy a Ledger off the back of a truck, or you buy it from Best Buy, or you buy it from eBay, or you buy it from Amazon, all you got to do is connect it, set it up. If it passes the genuine check, then you're fine. And if you're super paranoid and you think someone may have already set it up, which the only way that would happen is if they gave you a seed phrase in the box, and no one should, please don't use a device that already has a seed phrase. All you have to do is enter the PIN incorrectly 3 times, and the device resets with a random seed phrase. So I could find a Ledger on the street and pick it up and use it. I would just reset it, and boom, I'd be on my way. So that is not a threat. People buying Ledgers from third parties is a non-issue. People revealing their seed phrase is the issue. But thank you for pointing that out so I could get on my soapbox about that one. Let's see. I want to get a couple more questions going here. Is there going to be support on Trezor to manage Binance Smart Chain tokens? There already is. Basically, if you, but not in their Trezor suite. You would have to use MetaMask to do that. Let me go ahead and... So if you're using MetaMask and you go down here to add account or hardware wallet, you can connect a Trezor to MetaMask. And you can see over here that I've already done so. I have an account here that says Trezor. All right, that means I've already been through the process of connecting my Trezor device. And so this account is managed by the Trezor device. So it's safe and secure. Nothing can go out of this wallet unless I authorize with this device. And you will notice that with this Trezor connected, I can switch over to the Binance Smart Chain and manage Binance Smart Chain tokens. You can see there's a little bit of BNB in this wallet. So Trezor already supports Binance Smart Chain, just not in Trezor Suite. You would have to use MetaMask to do it. And there's probably some other third-party W3 wallets that you could use with your Trezor to manage Binance Smart Chain if you wanted to. Received an email from Ledger yesterday, but they had a data breach affecting 81,000 customers. You're getting fished there. They did not have a data breach of 81,000 customers. They did have a customer database leak back in 2020. That's old news. That does not mean that the device itself was compromised. That means that scammers had names and addresses of people, or at least emails of people that had made purchases of Ledger, so they were able to phish them and try to trick them into revealing their seed phrase. So if you got an email telling you that there's a problem with Ledger and you should be scared, and if you're worried, click this link, and they're gonna screw you. They're gonna try to steal your seed phrase. Please disregard those kind of emails. Ledger is not gonna, there was no Ledger hack of 81,000 customers. I've been watching the news. I check it every day, and there's no such hack. There was a hack a couple weeks ago of connection software, but that was not 81,000 Ledger customers. If they're referring to the 2020 hack, that's old news, and they're trying to scare you. So please don't click any links of people sending you emails pretending to be from Ledger. Ledger did not send those out. Can you sweep a paper wallet with the Elipal or other brand? Not that I'm aware of. Paper wallets are basically obsolete. One of the problems with paper wallets is that it's very difficult to sweep the private keys. I get a lot of people asking me, how do I sweep the private keys? Basically, you've created this wallet on a piece of paper, which is, not waterproof, not fireproof, not fade proof, can easily be lost, torn, or destroyed. And it's got all your Bitcoin on there, and then trying to sweep the private keys into a compatible wallet can be difficult and cumbersome, and there are very few wallets that support sweeping private keys. So I would stay away from paper wallets. If you already have a paper wallet, then I believe the Electrum Bitcoin wallet allows you to sweep private keys. So if, and the Electrum Bitcoin wallet is free and open source. And so what I would do would be just make it a two-step process. You can go, and I don't remember how you do this. I just kind of remember, I think here, yeah. So you could sweep private keys here from a paper wallet, and then you'll have it in Electrum Bitcoin wallet. And then after you do that, you can transfer it to a hardware wallet. You can set up Electrum with a hardware wallet, but when you sweep private keys, I believe it creates a standalone wallet within the desktop software. So, sweep your private keys and move the Bitcoin into a hardware wallet. Just make it a two-step process. There might be other wallets that can do this, but I don't believe any hardware wallet has the capability to sweep private keys, as far as I know. I could be wrong, but I don't believe they do. Yeah. So that's that. Oh, I wanted to, let's talk a little bit about some wallets. I wanted to do some playing around for you guys today. So if we go into my Tangem wallet, I kind of wanted to show you something that I had done. This is my Tangem wallet. And I wanted to show you that you can manage multiple wallets in the Tangem app. This is a completely different card set. Let me go over here. I wanted to do this one first. This one's kind of easy. Hopefully, oh. What's this camera doing? Oops. Yeah, must have been Kitty. Must have been that cat. Oh. Yeah, the cat gets behind my monitor sometimes, and you can see all my junk over here. Can I do this? That's a little better. At least you can see me. All right, you can see what I'm doing over here. And I kind of wanted to lay these wallets out for you. I got this Caspa wallet, or this Caspa commemorative card set. There's 3 of these, right? It's a 3-card set. This is the primary. And then this is my my new Tangem. I got a black one here. And then this is my original Tangem. The original Tangem cards do not support seed phrases. So if you lose all 3 of your cards, you lose all your crypto. The advantage of the advantages of Tangem are quite a bit, because yeah, it's kind of a bummer if you lose all 3 cards, you lose all of your crypto. Yeah, people lose things, and I get that. But the advantage here is that you never see your private key or your seed phrase, right? The backup seed phrase, the 24 or 12 words that I was talking about earlier, is the main attack surface for hackers to steal people's crypto, right? They send you an email, they say they're from Ledger, and there's been 81,000 users affected by a hack, and they want to help you, and you click a link, and then they tell you to enter your seed phrase, right? That's how they steal your crypto. So with a Tangem card, you never see that seed phrase, because the backup are the cards, right? So it protects people from being tricked into revealing their seed phrase. It also makes it much, much easier to set up the wallet for someone that really doesn't have the time and patience for all of the seed phrase stuff. And this was a great wallet, right? And you can see that this wallet is related to this card because you can see the card design there, all right? But some people were, they said, well, what if the card wears out? What if Tangem goes out of business? I really want a seed phrase. So Tangem listened, and they came out with their new cards that do support seed phrases. So when I set up this set of cards, I generated a 12-word seed phrase so that if I lose all 3 of those cards, or they wear out or something weird happens, I have another 3. These are factory pristine set of cards that I can restore my Tangem wallet to if something happens. I tested that out with this set. So I did a restore, and I did a video on restoring a 12-word seed phrase to a new set of cards, and I restored onto these CASPA commemorative cards. But I kind of wanted to have this wallet as kind of a separate wallet because I like the look of the wallet in my app. So I basically reset these to factory and then set them up as new. So now you can see I have the black ones here. That's this wallet. And then I also have the CASPA commemorative wallet. So what I kind of wanted to do, I was going to do it last night, but I figured I'd wait and show you guys. So basically what we want to do, I want to put my CASPA on here. So all I have to do is enable CASPA. So we go to Manage Tokens, and then we search for CAS. Whoops. Right, and then we just enable it, and then we save changes. Now, normally it makes you bring the card up to the back of the phone to when you enable a new coin to kind of sync up with the card. But I did that last night, so I just hit it and then showed it to you guys. So you didn't get to see that part of it. But now we can take this CASPA, we can do receive, and we can copy that into our clipboard, and then, whoops, sorry, get rid of this, go back, and then swipe over to this guy, and we'll send a little bit of CASPA. Let's send 100. And we'll paste in the address here that I copied into my clipboard. I'll hit send, and now I need the card that's associated with this wallet. Hold it to the back, and off it went. Good thing. Let's hit that. And then we can go back here. Let's swipe over to this guy and do a quick refresh. And we should see that CASPA come in here shortly. Yeah, so we got it. We did our little test. Always good. So let's go back over to this guy. Oh, one more time. Let's do the receive, even though the address is still in my clipboard. Oh, getting verklempt. All right, let's do it this way. Boom. Let's go CASPA. Oh, it's still sending as far as the wallet goes, so my receive was still dim. But I just had to wait for that to go out. Let's do another send, and this time we'll paste in that address again, and this time we'll send it all. Ouch. Hold your breath, guys. Here we go. Let's do send. Let's hold the card up to the back. Off it goes. Yeah, and that moved all of that CASPA over to my other wallet. So now this wallet has all the CASPA in it. Pretty neat, huh? So it's cool. You can manage wallets. You can manage multiple wallets in one app. You can restore to the new cards with a 12-word seed phrase. You can generate a seed phrase when you set them up as new. You can reset the cards to factory condition. I did that over on my Saturday night live stream. So it's a very versatile card that supports industry standard backup phrases. I could even restore this backup phrase to another wallet, although you have to be careful when you start moving backup phrases to different wallets. You never want to use a hot wallet seed phrase restored onto a hardware device. And it's even a little iffy when you're moving from one hardware device to another. For example, I could use the 12-word seed phrase of this wallet and restore a Trezor with it. The only problem is Trezor doesn't support Caspa, so it will see the balances. It'll have all the wallets, but since Trezor doesn't support Caspa, I won't be able to manage it using my Trezor wallet, even if I restore the seed phrase. So you kind of have to keep that kind of thing in your mind when you're restoring seed phrases. But I love being able to manage my crypto with backups and seed phrases in multiple wallets on multiple devices, right? That's what's so cool about crypto. I get a lot of people that are worried and they'll say, well, what if something goes wrong with my wallet? I said, get a new one and restore. Well, what if the company goes out of business? I go, use your seed phrase, restore to a different wallet, right? So there are so many wallets that support backup phrases that you really don't have to worry as long as you keep your backup phrase safe and secure. Bert. So that's cool. I did all that. And I wanted to do one other thing, but I want to get to some questions here. Oh, I wanted to do some, show you some presents that I got. Let's turn this guy off here. Yeah. I got a present from Ballet. This is a really cool little present. It is a physical Bitcoin, and it's made of 1 troy ounce of copper. It has 0.001 Bitcoin on there, which is worth about $43 right now. So that's pretty cool. And you can leave the Bitcoin on there, but if you want to get it out, there's a little tag here. You can peel it off to access the private key. And then you can use the Ballet app to transfer the Bitcoin out. But I like these little hard wallets. They're pretty cool. I'm trying to think. I think I could, let me go ahead and show you how you would. Yeah, so if we go over to Ballet. Oops, Ballet. Here we go. And I want to add a new wallet. So I'll hit scan, and then I'm pretty sure I can do this. Oh, that's cool. Check it out. So see how you can manage your Bitcoin, or you can manage your, I'm sorry, am I saying Tangem? I'm sorry, I don't mean to confuse you guys. Ballet. And they sent me a little holiday card. They're a pretty cool company. I've worked with them in the past. And so you can see that I have one over here. I've got this one. And I've got a special place in my heart for this one. They gave me this last year because it's engraved, with a personal message for CryptoDad, which I really appreciate. Whoops, I got this thing. Whoa. Put that in there. And this is magnetic. So I really like this thing. And if I wanted to get it out, I'd simply peel this tag off and I could enter that information in here by doing a send, right? They would ask me to enter all of that in here. So pretty cool. I like it. So some people, what happened there? What happened? Oh, cool. They got the coins are like have a different area. All right, that's cool. Nice. 1 milli Bitcoin. Now, a lot of people bash on Ballet because they don't trust Ballet Company to generate. Sorry, I'm charging my phone over there. They don't trust Ballet to give them a random private key. They're you know, it's a scam. They're keeping track of the private keys and they're going to steal everybody's crypto. They don't trust them. And this is kind of where we get into this whole idea of trust when it comes to wallets. There's, unfortunately, crypto hardware wallets are not as pure mathematically as crypto itself, right? Now, you could have a fully open source desktop wallet like Electrum Bitcoin wallet, and that's totally open source. You can see everything, and you can say, oh, I get it. That's totally mathematically secure, right? Unfortunately, with a desktop-based wallet, your private keys are exposed to the internet, so it's vulnerable to hackers, remote hackers, keyloggers, that kind of stuff. So we move into things like hardware wallet. And Ledger was one of the first biggest hardware wallets. And they designed the device to work, and they designed the device to be secret to the point of it's proprietary. We don't want anyone to see how it works because we don't want people to figure out how to steal people's Bitcoins, right? This has always been the case, that because it's a piece of hardware that lives in the real world, it's not mathematically sound. Now, there are wallets like the Trezor that are fully open sourced, architecture and all, but they suffer from their own vulnerabilities, right? Because they're open source. So there's always going to be a little bit of trust in just about every hardware wallet that employs a secure element chip. And with Ledger, they had their own operating system. And so a lot of people don't trust them now. The same sort of holds true with the Ballet that I have here. There's an element of trust. Now, how they generate these keys, you can read all about it on their website. They generate a key, part of it over in China when they're manufacturing, and then they generate the other part of it in Las Vegas, 2 separate companies on separate sides of the world. There's only a few people at the company that could potentially intervene in the process and somehow maybe steal the private key, but they would be immediately, it would be obvious who did it. So I know that's a real world consideration, but a lot of times that's what we have to deal with in the real world. That's why we trust banks, because if the bank manager went into the safe and took 100 grand in cash, they'd figure it out, right? So there's nothing preventing him from doing it except getting caught. So it's kind of the same principle here. And with Ledger too. I mean, if they were stealing people's private keys, they would be caught and probably end up in jail. So I know a lot of people, oh, Bitcoin and crypto should be, don't trust, verify. I get that. And that works just fine in certain situations. But as I said, a fully open source wallet has its own vulnerabilities. So hardware wallets are kind of sitting in the middle between mathematics and the real world, right? So there's always a little bit of element of trust in just about every hardware wallet out there. Anyway, I think that's pretty cool. I wanted to show you the Christmas gift I got from Elipal. I think this is an ugly sweater, if I'm not mistaken. Or it's just, it just looks like a bag. That's kind of like a Christmas stocking. That's pretty cool, though. I like Elipal. They're very nice people. And then they also sent me this. Elapal sent me this. Looks like a whiteboard, which I think is pretty cool. Let's see if I can get it open. If I can. Oh, here. There we go. So let's see what we got here. Ooh. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to figure out how to get this thing set up in front of you guys. There's Elapal, right? I guess I need to tear this thing off, don't I? God only knows. Okay. All right, that's that. Is there one on this side? I can't really tell. Okay. So I'm assuming that this thing goes in here. I guess. I guess it's a calendar. Does it snap in there? I don't know. Oops. Well, it doesn't go in there, obviously. Has to be this one. I don't know. I can't get it to go in. Well, I'll have to play around with it. I'm not very good with that kind of stuff. But looks like it's like a little HODL calendar, which is pretty kind of cool. And it's got a little marker. Whoops. That must be the eraser. Aha, yeah. Okay. Yeah, kind of cool. All right, we got this. Nice. Oh, okay. So you can put this kind of stuff on here too. I can't get these things in here. I don't know if I'm just an idiot or what's going on. Maybe I'm just putting them in the wrong direction. Do not know. All right, this is kind of cool too. This is like a clipboard. So, I don't know. If I wasn't so old and decrepit, maybe I'd be able to figure this stuff out. But definitely cool. I like the stuff they send me. And let's see, what else did they give me? Here we go. Oops. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Holy moly. What is this? God, somebody please. Oh, it must be a drink. Okay. It's a drinking mug, right? Okay, yeah. There's, you can cover it. And then I guess that's your straw. Okay. Oh, okay. It's a coffee mug with a metal straw. Okay. Nice. Or water. I don't know that I'd want to drink hot coffee out of a metal straw, but hey, it's all right. Yeah, I guess that's it for Christmas presents for the moment. Cool stuff, guys. I always enjoy the holiday when I get all this swag. All right, let's go back over here and let me see if you guys have any questions. All right. I was thinking about maybe trying to do the firmware update on my Elapal now that we're here. Although I'm not too sure. I'm just going to connect this thing real quick. Oops. Okay. You can't see. I just connected the Elapal over there. Going to let it charge up just a tad. So let's see. Can you tell what's going on with Trezor's Solana servers? I didn't know there was a problem with Trezor's Solana servers. Let's see if we can... Well, I moved the Solana out that I had dropped in there, but we'll check. I wouldn't be surprised if there were issues with Solana. I think Solana is overloaded in general. A lot of people using Solana. And I did want to kind of go on a Solana DEX today and maybe make a quick trade. We'll see. Let's see. This is the Trezor T. Oh, let's go over here to the Trezor Safe 3. I know, it's kind of weird how you have to click it like this. Okay, so we got the Trezor Safe 3 connected, and there is some Solana in here. There's a little bit of Solana in here. So if we go here, I don't know what the problem is. I can see my Solana. Perhaps you're thinking about doing the exchange, but this has nothing to do with Trezor servers. These are third-party companies that offer these back-end services. So some of them, of course, won't deal with me because I don't have enough Solana. But these are not pure Solana exchanges. These are third-party exchanges, if that's the issue that you're having. But I mean, it's reading my balance and it's giving me the dollar value of my balance. That's enough for me. I don't know if you're having trouble transferring Solana in or out of your wallet, but it appears to be working. So maybe explain what's going on that you're having trouble with. Please check back 8th comment from up now. Okay, Ganko. Can you tell me? Okay, I just saw that. Okay, here I am. Give me a little more information about what your problem is. I follow what you said on Ledger Live. I updated the software and cleared cache, and it worked. My ETH no longer X. It says synchronized. Thank you. Oh, good. Ledger Live, sometimes there's issues with the Ledger Live syncing, and that's more of a server issue with Ledger Live. Happens quite often. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if there were syncing issues with Trezor and Solana because they just added Solana support. Let's go over here to Ledger Live and take a look at what's going on in Ledger Live. This is the wrong Ledger Live, right? This is my son's device. So I'm going to quit Ledger Live, and I'm going to show you my little trick for managing multiple copies of Ledger Live on one computer. If we go into my C drive, into users, and then into my Windows account, there's a folder here called App Data. And inside the roaming folder is where Ledger Live stores its preferences file. So this folder right here is the preferences file that Ledger Live is using. And it's set up for my son's device. So I can change the name of that folder and then go over to my configuration, which is has Rex on the end of it. This one was set up with all of my accounts, all right? So all I have to do is kind of manage the Ledger Live folder name in my roaming folder. Now, when I launch Ledger Live, it shows my accounts. Thought that would be kind of cool for you guys. I wasn't planning on demoing that this morning, but I ended up setting up with the wrong. It's syncing up, so let's see how Ledger servers are syncing today. Looks all right to me. So we have a little bit of US dollar coin in my account here, and let's see if that is. Oh, that's Ethereum-based US dollar coin. Okay. I wanted to play around with some Solana today. So I think I'll do a little bit of transferring. I want to take this US dollar coin, drop it in my Coinbase account, buy some Solana, and then move it back into my Solana wallet so we can do some DEX trading on the Solana chain, right? So because I can't just convert this directly into Solana. I mean, I could in Ledger Live, I guess. Like if we did swap I might be able to swap this for Solana, right? But I'm not really doing it on the wallet. I'm going through this little service here, this CIC, which is basically it's a cryptocurrency exchange, right? So a lot of people may think that they're swapping right on their wallet, but they're not. They're sending their dollar coin to this exchange. The exchange is taking their coin, trading it for their target coin, Solana, on their exchange, their centralized exchange, and then they're sending it back directly into my wallet. So it on the surface of it, it feels like I'm just swapping things inside my wallet, but that's not what's going on under the hood, right? You're transferring it to them, they're swapping it, and then they're sending back your result coin, right? The coin you want, right? But it's still happening on a centralized exchange, right? So I would prefer to do this on Coinbase. We could do it on this, although this sometimes takes a few minutes, right? We could try this. I don't know. I'm just not comfortable with this because I don't know how long it's going to take, and we're live, and I know that if I do it on Coinbase, it'll happen much quicker. Someone asked me, do you connect MetaMask to Trezor? Really, what we're talking about more is connecting Trezor to MetaMask, right? And you're not connecting all of your wallets directly to your Trezor. Only one account, right? You'll notice I have several accounts in MetaMask. This is the base account. It's not connected to my Trezor. It's a standalone. This account, not connected to my Trezor. It's standalone. This account, not connected to my Trezor. It's a standalone. This account, not connected to my Trezor. It's a standalone. This account, my Trezor is connected to it, right? This account is protected by my Trezor. My Trezor manages the coins on this account. The coins that are in this account are what you might say on my Trezor, but nothing is on the Trezor except the private keys. Crypto is on the blockchain. The hardware wallet holds the private key. This account, not on my Trezor, protected by my Ledger device. This account, not on my Trezor either, protected by my Ledger. So when we talk about connecting a hardware wallet to MetaMask, think of it more in terms of the hardware wallet is connected to MetaMask, but it's not connected to the entire MetaMask account system, right? Just one account is managed by the Trezor. I just wanted to, and then we're going to play around with Radium here once we get some Solana to play with. Actually, there's some Solana on here. Let's see if Radium is compatible with my Trezor wallet, right? Now, I'll bet, well, Ledger, but not Trezor. Okay. MetaMask might work. Let's see if it reads. So if our active account is the Trezor, and there's some Solana in there, will Radium see it? I doubt it, but I'm going to try anyway. Well, MetaMask can't manage Solana anyway. MetaMask is only for EVM chains, so that won't work, right? And it's not compatible with Trezor. So even though Trezor now supports Solana, the Solana Radium exchange is not compatible with the Trezor device. It would have to be on the Ledger. Let's go ahead and move that that coin that we were talking about over to our exchange. Let's just get that done. If I can find it. Where is it? There it is. Okay. All right. So we're going to go over to Coinbase. Whoops. All right, and this will be the last thing that I do. I try to keep these down to about an hour if possible. Let's see, I'm in Coinbase Advanced. We'll stick with that. We'll go over here to Spot. We've got our Solana trading pair pulled up, right? We'll make a deposit of, actually we want some US dollar coin, right? Because that's what I have on my ledger. Let's do US dollar coin. Okay, we're going to receive US dollar coin, and it is on the Ethereum network. You could have it be received on these other networks. Oh, even Solana. Oh, that's cool. Right on. But for now, we're going to use Ethereum because that's the form I have mine, 152. Let's get this address. Copy that into our clipboard. Go back over here. I'm going to need to attach my Ledger device to do this because the Ledger device is the key. All right. So if I'll go ahead and send the max. It's going to cost me $8 of Ethereum because transfer fees are high. Going to have to accept that as a fact of life. I'm going to disconnect my Trezor and connect my Ledger. Any info on Stacks? No. I wish I had better news for you on Stacks. No info on Stacks. The last we heard, there's no ETA. They're sorry for the delay, but no ETA, unfortunately. That's all I got to give you on Stacks. But I wouldn't be surprised if it finally came out early 2024. But I don't know. I'm just saying that it would be nice. That's like almost 2 years, almost a year. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to need to, let's get this camera lined up. So you can see what I'm doing on my device. When I click continue, it's going to ask me to open the Ethereum app. Right? It says open Ethereum app because the stable coin, the US dollar coin, is Ethereum based. Now it wants me to review the outgoing transaction. I'm sending 152 US dollar coin to this address. That's my Coinbase account address. That's the fees in Ethereum that I'm having to pay. That was about $8, $8.50, $9, whatever it is. All right, let's hit, it's done. I don't really need to see view details, but I can. It's just telling me that my transaction went out. I can even view it on the Ethereum Explorer. It says it was successful. That's cool. Now we can turn this off. Let's go over to Coinbase. Hopefully it won't take too long for that to come into my account. Looks like there's a little bit in there already. We can go to US dollar coin and go down here to transactions. You can see there's a pending transaction of US dollar coin. Once that becomes tradable, we'll buy that Solana and send it back over. Actually, it might take a few minutes. Well, I'll be patient. I'll just wait for it. Still 0. Yeah, pending 1 minute. Says received. Let's go back here. Still not showing up as a balance yet, so we have to wait. Have you looked at Webacy or WalletGuard? Any thoughts? I've looked at both of them. Both of them are good services. I have been meaning to do a video on WalletGuard, which from what I can see is a free service that will give you more information when you're doing swaps with your hardware device or otherwise. I think it would pretty much do the same thing if you were trading on a DEX. Let's see, Wallet Guard. Wallety Guard. There it is. I haven't installed this yet. It's free. So it would prevent the sort of thing that happened with that connection software hack a few weeks ago because it gives you more information about trades and transfers and smart contracts, swaps, that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. I've been playing around with Christmas. GB, thank you for that subscription. Appreciate it. Okay, let's check here. Yeah, I kind of wanted to get this little swap done, and we'll talk a little bit. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, there it is. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Now, the problem here is they won't let you swap. There are no trading pairs with US dollar coins. So if I go to here and I say, okay, I want to swap with US dollar coin. There are no trading pairs for US dollar coin, right? They only have SOL USD. But it's not that difficult to convert US dollar coin. So if we go here, I believe there's like a little they had this thing, they call it convert. Of course, it's not gonna jump out at me. All right, I think we'll go back over here to the main Coinbase. And I'm pretty sure if you go here to main assets, they just kind of make it easier here. Or do they? I don't know. Come on, man. There's a convert. You can convert from US dollar to... Oh, I'm sorry. US dollar coin to USD. Can I do that? No. Okay. Okay. So it's sell. Okay, there we go. We're going to sell it all, and they're not going to charge me anything, right? So I can sell all my US dollar coin to US dollar. They don't charge me anything because US dollar coin is owned by Circle that owns Coinbase. So it's a free conversion. Now I have US dollar coin in my account, which is what I was trying to do. Okay. Now we can go back over here to advanced because it's going to be a cheaper trade, right? We want to buy SOL with US dollar coin. We'll buy it at market and we'll buy max, right? And we're only getting charged 84 cents for that, right? Which they charge you like $2 when you buy $100 worth of Solana on the regular Coinbase. Much cheaper to trade it on advanced Coinbase. We'll go ahead and buy it. All right, we got it. Finally. All right. Let's refresh. We got our Solana. All right. Now we want to put it in our wallet. So let's go back here. We'll go to portfolio. We'll go to Solana. We'll go to this account and we'll do a receive. There was already some Solana in there that I could have just done the trade without going through all these gyrations. But I wanted to give you some, you know, how do you get your hands on crypto when you have like stablecoin or whatever. So yeah, we want to put it in this account. It's going to ask me to open the Solana app to do the hardware check. Always best practice. Make sure that the account you're dealing with matches the device. Things can get messed up. I've seen this happen with people, and they get the device reset, or they have more than one device and they get confused or whatever. But, oh, and I still need to get that address. I didn't copy it into my clipboard. All right, I'll copy it into my clipboard, and then we can get approve. There we go. All right, so that's the address of my wallet. Let's go back to Coinbase. Let's do withdraw. We're going to send our Solana, and we'll send it all to ourselves. There it is. Preview. Oh, I don't know why that's doing that, but it doesn't matter. I think because I checked it twice. Okay, off it goes, and it's going to ask for my two-factor, my Google Authenticator code. So I'll just pull that up. All right. And then that should send it out to my wallet. And now we can go over to Radium. We'll see how Radium works with connecting directly to my Ledger device. As far as Coinbase is concerned, the Solana's kind of still in there, but that's okay. We can refresh here, and we should see some more Solana come in. I think it's going to be like an extra, so we should get like 3.5 maybe, or 3.7 when it hits the wallet. It should hit the wallet fairly quickly because Solana is pretty fast. Unless it's just, okay, there. Okay, so we got 3.6 Solana in the wallet. Now let's go over to Radium and buy a little Bonk, because Bonk is down, right? Let's double check Bonk, see if it's down. Let's go here to Solana. Let's go to Bonk. Okay, where are we at, Bonk? Still down a bit. All right, so let's scoop up a little Bonk. I'm not going to go crazy. Just going to show you how to make a trade. So let's go over here to Radium, which is radium.io. I'll put a link to this down in the description, so you guys, or in the chat window, so you guys can see where I'm at. Yes, it cost $8. I know. We're dealing with crypto here. You just kind of have to get used to that. I understand your sentiment, but if you're gonna reject crypto because of high blockchain fees, then don't mess with crypto, I guess. Just like, go buy some stocks or something. But yes, transfer fees are high. I get it. It sucks. It sucks, right? But that Ethereum that I had in my wallet that I used to pay that $8 fee has like, I don't know what the Ethereum where are we with the Ethereum, right? Let's look at the 90-day chart. Okay, so that Ethereum has been laying around in my wallet for several months, so it's worth more than when I bought it. So am I gonna worry about $8 worth of Ethereum that when I made probably, like $30 worth of Ethereum? It all comes out, right? I get it. I understand. $8 is a lot of money. I could buy myself a coffee with that. But I'm dealing with some Ethereum that's been laying around in my wallet for months that has gained like 50% in value since I bought it. So I'm not gonna worry too much about an $8 Ethereum charge. I've accepted that as a fact of life, right? Right? If you're worried about the $8 fee, then keep all your crypto on an exchange and risk losing it all. Yeah, it's that simple. Or you can keep crypto in your own wallet and pay transfer fees, the price you got to pay to hodl crypto in your own wallet. I get it. $8 is a lot of money. So I just won't buy a coffee today. All right, so here we are. It's in the wallet. I think we were, and did I paste that Radium in there? Yeah. All right, so I've got the, oh my God. Already. All right, my wallet's freaking out. I think because I did a couple of, I did the hardware check twice, and then I didn't confirm the first time, and then I did it again, and then the wallet kind of flaked out on me. So I just disconnected it and reconnected it. I'm going to enter my PIN. And all right. Let's see here. I want to show you what's going on the device. Now, a word of caution, right? With these exchanges, these Web3 trading sites, with the Ledger connection software hack last week, one of the lessons that we came away with that was that don't connect your go-to device to an exchange, right? Connecting your hardware device to an exchange is risky to a degree, right? As far as I'm concerned, it's safer than using a hot wallet to use your hardware wallet as, you know, security when you're on these types of sites. But as we saw last week, the connection software hack showed us that it's probably not the best idea to connect your go-to long-term hodling hardware device to an exchange. So it makes sense to have at least two hardware devices, one for swapping on DEXs and one for long-term hodling. Right? As you saw, this device doesn't have like 50 grand worth of crypto in it, right? So I just wanted to put that out there. Now, I've never done this direct connection with my Ledger. So on Radium, I usually use Solflare. So I'm going to try this Ledger thing. I have the Solana app open. All right, it comes up. It wants me to connect my Ledger. We'll hit connect. Says my Ledger wallet is connected. But I don't, oh, that's a different address than the one that has the, yeah, it connected it. The wallet supports several Solana addresses, and this particular address does not have my Solana in it. So I don't really know how I could connect directly to that address. It didn't give me a choice as far as I could see. Let me try one more time. Yeah, it doesn't give me any choice. So what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect, and then I'm going to launch my Solflare. We'll give that a second to pull up. Looks like Solana servers are just kind of busy as a whole. Busier than usual. Usually it doesn't take this long for that wallet to load, but I'll give it a minute. This always happens when I have company. Okay, there we go. So this is the wallet that I really wanted to manage. This one has the Solana in there that we just loaded in. You'll notice this wallet, right, 3.65. It's the same wallet we're dealing with here. Notice also that I can switch over to those other addresses like that one. That's the address that was pulling up when I connected the Ledger directly, but it didn't see that. It must have been a different one. But anyway, I don't know, we can play detective and figure out which address was which address. All right, so now we'll connect this time to Solflare. All right, we'll give it permission. Now you can see on Radium, I've got my Solflare balance available, right? So I could buy some Radium with my Solana, right? Or we could buy something else like We were going to try bonk, right? Confirm this is a token you want to trade. Okay. Let's double check this. Is it showing? Here, let me look at this. Oh, again with this? Why is it taking so long to load this wallet? This is crazy. I saw that there was a balance in there. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. 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 All right. So the bonk, there was 5 million. There's already 5 million bonk in there. So if I pull this down, it should show that I have a balance. Yeah. See, there's 5 million there. So this is my bonk token. So I'm certain of that. All right. I'm not going to spend that much. Let's say, let's do 0.2. A little more than that. Let's do 0.5. Yeah, that's $50 worth of bonk, right? I'm really going out on a limb here. Price impact 11. Not sure what the fees are going to be, but let's hit swap and see what happens. All right, it comes up on the wallet, asks me to approve it. 0.5 sol, and then that 002 is probably the fee. Let's hit approve. Confirm on the ledger, right? I've got blind signing enabled. It's the only way to make this trade. All right. Let's go back here to approve. We'll hit both buttons. We're swapping 0.5 sol for a bunch of bonk. Oops, didn't work. Okay. Well, that's a bummer. Did it or did it not work? I guess not. Okay. Let's refresh and make sure that the... Now it says wallet not connected. Now it says wallet not connected. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, connect. All right, let's try that again. I don't know what's going on. All right, let's try one more time. We're still lined up, 0.5. We'll hit swap. Let's hit approve. Confirm on the device. Maybe I just waited too long. Swap confirmed. Okay. Oh, my head's in the way. There. Swap confirmed. That's good. Okay. So I think it worked that time. Yes, we have less sol and more bonk now. Okay, we pulled that one off. Now we could have also bought some radium if we want to do that. Why don't we do that? Let's buy with 0.5. Let's buy radium, right? That's the native token of this exchange. Let's hit swap. Let's hit approve. Let's approve on the device. Confirming transaction. My head is in the way again. Swap confirmed. We did it. All right. So we bought some bonk and we bought some radium. Right. You can even buy stablecoin on this. And interestingly, we might even be able to withdraw stablecoin directly from Coinbase into our. That might have probably been a better one if I'd have done that. I believe if I had US dollar coin, that I could withdraw it. It won't let me do it because I don't have any in there. I believe you can deposit it on the Solana network. So I'm assuming that perhaps you can withdraw it as well, because they're going to give me a Solana address here. So I think instead of swapping that US dollar coin for US dollar and buying Solana, I could have simply withdrawn my US dollar coin that I deposited as Ethereum based. I could have withdrawn it as Solana based right into my Solana wallet. And then I would have had the Solana US dollar coin stablecoin to trade. Okay, let's see. What's in here? Well, I can't trade for US dollar coin. I'd have to trade for dollars and buy US dollar coin. But yeah, I'm not going to go through all that. But just saying, maybe I'll do a standalone video on that. But anyway, so I showed you guys how to fund the wallet, your Ledger wallet with some Solana, how to connect to a third-party wallet like Solana. Oh, I'm on the wrong browser. Okay. Let's try this. Let's see what the wallet shows us now. Let's turn that off. God, it's taken a long time to sync. Okay, there it is. All right, so you can see that I've got some Solana, I've got some Radium, I've got some Bonk, and we could have swapped right inside here as well. You can swap inside Solflare, but I kind of wanted to feature the Radium trading site. Had a little, you can do liquidity staking, you can do pools, you can do farms, you can do all kinds of cool stuff with Solana to generate passive income. I didn't do any of that. I just basically showed you how to connect it and do some swaps. So maybe I'll do a full-blown video on the Radium site for trading and staking, farming, all kinds of good stuff on the Solana chain. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Okay, yeah, Alex, what was the AI image generator you use? Also, crossover do you hope to come from 2024? Emmanuel, it's good to have you here. I use Stable Diffusion. Stable Diffusion is a open source software that you can download to your own computer. You'll need a fairly good graphics card. There's another site where you can pay, which I can never remember the name of it. Of course. But it takes it's a little bit difficult to download and install, but yeah. I use this one, which you can get on GitHub. And there's a whole bunch of tutorials on YouTube for installing this software. But there's also AI software for image. Which I can never remember the darn name of this thing. Come on, Rex. What is this thing? Come on, baby. Why is it not? Oh, Midjourney. That's the one I can never remember the name of. Emmanuel, thank you. Yeah. Midjourney is probably the premier AI image generation site, and you don't have to install it on your computer. You can just use their website. And there is a subscription charge. I think there's some, well, it runs from within whatever that thing is. Discord? Yeah. Yeah. If you know how to use Discord, you can use Midjourney from within Discord. Doggone, geez. Oh, you got to sign in or whatever. You sign in using your Discord account, whatever. Yeah. So, but you can pay them a subscription and generate really cool AI images without having to buy a $1,500 graphics card. Let's take a look at what I was doing today. Right? Actually, I had done it last week. I think I showed you guys this one last week. Whoops. These are the images that I had generated with my Stable Diffusion last week. You guys might remember, I don't know which one it was that I used last week. I think it was this one. Yeah, and then this week I used this one. Yeah. I almost used this one. I thought this one was kind of cool. But anyway, have fun, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. It's getting a little long. I try to keep these weekday, midday ones short so people will check them out. I want to thank everybody that was here. I hope I wasn't too cranky. I hope you guys are having, let's see if we can get this. There we go. I hope you guys have a great holiday. I kind of were in the middle here. I was pretty casual today. Did a few things, answered a few questions. I hope everybody enjoyed the live stream. Hope you learned something. Even from a boomer, you can learn something about crypto. Strange world we live in, isn't it? I want to thank Kenny for all the news. I want to always give a shout out to Dan Westra and JDO, the moderators that help in the Saturday night live stream. I thought I saw Scott in here earlier, but I may have been wrong. But I always enjoy it when you guys donate. Emmanuel, I appreciate it. I enjoy it when you guys subscribe. I enjoy it when you ask questions. And of course, I enjoy it when you just hop into the stream and watch. So once again, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click. That will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once, I forgot what I say at the end, but thank you and hope to see you again soon.